Yeah, I prefer not to use the trauma kits if I can, because I like selling them, so I just make sure I got a little bit of extra money. Alright, let's try that again and try not to actually fail in one go. It's mostly mage, I believe. Mage and charisma, I'll show you now. Yeah, so I got 3 etiquettes, I think. I think I got corporate, academic, and security, I think, are the 3 etiquettes I've got. And then I've got a little bit of intelligence and stuff to do some of the other checks, and strength and stuff. But when this is over, I'll spend a bit more karma on stuff. Still got to remember to go down and pick everything up on this, out of everything, if I can actually survive this mission. Wait for everyone to catch up. I might use that next. Let's just try and get rid of this shotgun guy. At least he missed. Right, let's try and flush him out. Okay, that went better than I expected. One, 4. Wait for them to make their move. An 88% chance and he misses. That is just... Well, that went a lot smoother than last time. Now, is there a way of not getting shot to pieces here? Probably not. I'm probably going to get shot to pieces again. Yep. Oh, I'm tempted to get someone to run in there and do that. Let's just hide away. Can the spirit interact with it? I can't remember if it can or not. So I need someone with drone control, which is probably the Decker, isn't it? And that's escape. There he is, that's what we want. Let's hopefully keep him stuck in the middle. Well, this time he's gone a lot better. Just that automated security system just takes an absolute pounding. Make sure we just pick everything up while we're here. So we've got Jazz formula. Drone appears to be broken. All it seems to do is hover in place. Let's take the drone. Then we'll open the safe as well. 1,416. Yeah, he's a bit of a pain, isn't he? The big guy. Even though he's massive, it seems to be that he's very difficult to hit. I've got to remember to go and get all the stuff on the other levels from the maintenance room, so I think it's 3rd and 1st I've got to go to. Oh yeah, and I've got to open this door as well. Let's just make sure everyone's healed up actually. Let's try and keep the advanced med kit actually. Run away! Right, let's make sure everyone's spread out a little bit as well. Doesn't look like it wants to come after me. Does seem to be submachine guns are the way. Are very, very powerful. Go here and let's use the protection thing. Because I'm sure they're going to take a bit of a beating now. Yeah, submachine guns work very well, don't they? Don't think there's anything else on this floor I need to grab. $92 million, that's really a massive amount of money, but I think access the safe, bypass, send that to the stash. I think that's all. I think that's the mission done. Yep, off we go then. Hey, thanks for the assist. Can you tell how happy I am to leave this place behind? Happy to help. It must have been terrible stuck in here. No problem. Liz nods at you, then abruptly changes the subject. Say, you wouldn't happen to have need of a Nova hot deco, would you? Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. As it happens, I could use a deca. Excellent, fantastic. I promise you, you won't regret this. Team makes its way back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on a return trip to the... If I could say the word, if I could actually pronounce the word, I would. Leaving the filth of the Drogon Kippy Far behind, but the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You lift one of the discs that you've pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off its surface. With luck, you will soon have the answers that you've been looking for. Crew advancement available. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking on the icons in the lower right hand corner of the screen will open up the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. Oh, there it is. Let's run around and have a chat with everyone, see if there's anything people need. Hello again. What can I do for you? Silky Lynch, yes, you mentioned you sent her here. Don't know what you told her, but whatever you said, it worked. She's determination is truly inspiring. Cram habit is a difficult thing to beat, but I don't doubt that she will make it. I'd like to talk about your organisation. Accepting donations. Yes, we're now ready to open up donations once again. Thank you, your assistance. The shelter is now fully stocked with blankets and space heaters, and we've enough rice, salt and barley to last through the winter, but guaranteeing the physical well-being of the cruiser. I can't say that word. Needy is only one part of the equation. We must see to their mental well-being as well. Our next goal is to fully stock the library. With 350 new yen, we could make the purchases. Whatever you could spare, let's give him full amount. It's incredibly generous, thank you. No problem. Marvellous, truly marvellous. With this contribution, we have reached our second goal. We'll put this money to use stocking a library with a full range of literature, philosophy, poetry, and training manuals. Thank you again for your help. You made a tremendous difference in this community. Happy to help, Sam. Very well, so let's go. Just make sure everyone's fine. Old Troll putters about, his artificial joints complaining loudly. He seems heavier today than when you first met, and he takes your approach as reason to seat himself and rest. I understand that they put you in charge of Monica's outfit. Looks like we're both carrying heavy burdens. I suppose so. We'll see what gives out first, your will or my plastic knees. Need something from me? How are people handling the loss of Monica? I think most are still in shock, but just you wait, that'll pass, and then the panic sets in. Few folk of any real discipline around here. Monica kept them calm by keeping them safe. Now that she's gone, they're going to start realising what a heap of misery this blasted city can be. You don't seem too worried though. Already died once. Every day since is just a bonus, and a tired, painful bonus. Really doesn't matter that much to me, but to the rest, it's going to be a different story. Monica kept this place in one piece. She read the flux like a bird reads the wind, or a fish reads the current. Without her, there's no telling what's going to happen. Anything else you want to know about? A little more about yourself? Let me guess, you want to know how I lost the legs, if you're offering? Might as well hear it from me than one of the other adult brain kids running around. Lost them during the First Euro War, if you must know, in a bombing. Now you need something else from me? Nope, didn't mean to bother you. Girl, the chip in her head, stands with her eyes closed, rocking back and forth. She looks so frail, a light breeze might knock her over, but she somehow stays on her feet. Whether by coincidence, some kind of preternatural junkie awareness, she opens her eyes when you come near. I know you. I'm pleased to meet you. Which leads to Kimmy, which leads to Slimmy. Slimmy Kim is what most people call me. They think I don't know why, but I do, Monica explained. So how do you feel about Monica's death? Kim hugs her, arms close to her body, sad. And she never got to have a family, she never got to get married, never to be a mother. She seems like she was a mother to the whole. Kim nods her head, almost dumbly, her eyes unfocused on the ground. Monica said a mother is always a mother, always. She hugs herself tightly and stares blankly at the ground. So what have you been up to? Girls absently fingers the chip jack in her temple, only to escape the children and the captain. We had to get away from the soldiers out of Austria. But it was wrong, all wrong. I was taking them over the mountains, but it was the wrong way. I know it was. It would have taken us straight into Germany, not Switzerland. We should have taken a train, gone to Italy. There we would have been safe. I didn't want it to end badly, so I turned it off. Zach sold me something new. In it, I feel strong. I have a son, and he's destined to save the world. I have to protect him because the machines come back to kill him before he can become a man. I won't let that happen because I am strong. Kim's words are bold, her trembling voice and body betray something aching for a fix. I'll catch up with you another time. Guessing there's nothing in the phone booth. Oh. Don't think I've ever been down here. So we've got a bar down here. Someone called Lucky Strike. A young woman stands at the bar smoking a cigarette. You've seen her face before, Lucky Strike, one of the mercenaries from Monica's files. A plume of blue-grey smoke spills from the corner of her mouth and she turns your attention to you. Hey, distinctive circuit pattern tattoos in her face shimmer and pulse with light. You need something? I don't believe we've met. Yeah, I know who you are. She takes a drag on a cigarette. How about holding up? How about holding up, champ? I've heard what happened to your boss. She wasn't my boss, she was a friend. She makes and let out smoke escape from the corner of her mouth. Yeah, well, sorry for the loss and all that. A lot of people are still torn up about it, so you need something from me, or are you just going to stand there staring? Why'd you bring up Monica? Did you know her? Met her a couple of times, seemed nice enough. She takes another drag, but mostly I knew her by reputation. Can't live in this Kai's without hearing about the Queen of the... She pauses and slowly lets out smoke escape through her nostrils. Can't say that I was a fan. That's your prerogative, but then you didn't really know her. To brush up on your social skills. Whoa, yeah, Monica didn't control. Didn't she? She locks her eyes with you. Then why did the place start falling apart the second she got geeked? She takes in the drug on cigarette and smoke spills out of her mouth as she speaks. Either Monica can control or she had her fingers in so many pies that she might as well have come out to the same things either way. Lucky Strike taps out her cigarette and leans forward. A predatory grin on her face. You and your friends, you follow Monica to obey her orders without question, right? Not without question, there were debates. And at the end of those debates, Monica would put her foot down and you would wind up doing whatever she said, right? She smirks you. Don't bother answering it, it was a rhetorical question. Such a rabid anarchist, your friend seems awfully comfortable being in power. Kind of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? Fair point, but you aren't going to change my opinion of Monica. I wasn't trying to. Remarkable thing about living in a free society, we're allowed to have different opinions. Shrugs. Don't take it personally, I'm sure that you wouldn't like my friends either. One last thing. Can't stop you from stepping in to Phil Schaefer's shoes. You're already doing it. Making all the right moves that making all the same moves she did. Word of advice though, don't take too much on yourself. Spread the responsibility around. Good of you to care. I don't, but in a place like this, stacking too much power on any one person is dangerous. Not just for that person, but for everyone. Last thing that we need is for you to eat a bullet and for this whole place to fall apart again. Just gonna have a look, see if he's got, see what's going on with everyone around. Welcome back, what can I do for you from under? I found this schematic. I think you can hook me up with this chrome. Very nice, the design appears to be simple enough. Yes, I should be able to provide you with this. It won't be cheap though. I need medical supplies. So, yeah. Don't really need anything from there. Let's head out. Welcome back. What can Zach get you? I found this formula for a combat stim. Can you produce something like it? I can hook you up now. Show me what you've got so I can buy new stuff from him now. There's not anything new to sell. I have cash, 90 weapons. Show me what you've got. Show me the goods. So he's got a taser now. Let's go see the magician. See if he's got anything new for me at the moment. Let's try and read Aurora. Third eye slides open and you find yourself staring at nothing. Where the else aura should be is a hazy grey smear. As the voice slides into your ear like a living thing. You won't catch sight of me that way, human. My true self is hidden, tucked away behind a veil of time and ether. Be thankful you wouldn't like what you've seen there. Third eye slams shut, involuntary this time. Back in the material, you find yourself rubbing your temples against a sudden headache. It feels like eye strain. Only 1,000 times worse. Don't worry, the pain will fade in time. Wouldn't recommend doing that again though. You don't need to worry about that. I won't try to read your aura again anytime soon. She nods, believe me. It is for the best. Looking to buy some magic and speak to, he's around the corner. Ruby. If you're selling, I'm buying. Let's have a look at your inventory. Still only got the one outfit. Okay. Make sure we speak, just have a chat with everyone about stuff, and then we'll head back in and... Hey there, remember from the calf, name's Cammy. Are you looking for something? Well, who are you for one thing? None of your business. Depends, is there anything I should be looking for? Volunteering information, that's bad for business. Unless Altug wants me to tell you something, but that's rare. I'm just his eyes and just his ears and hands outside the calf. He's got enough of a voice all by himself. He doesn't seem to be afraid to use it either. So what's the story between you? Oh, surely you've guessed. No, isn't he a little old for you? You're not serious. I can't pull a fast one on you, can I? But I'll tell you the real story sometimes. How about that? Right now though, I have some errands to run. Come over sometime and we can chat over hookah or something. She lazily tips an invisible hat at you before turning her focus to a comm on her wrist. Welcome back, what can I do for you? I've got this drone, but I can't seem to get it up and running again. Yeah, it probably might take a bit of doing though. I love working on these old corp drones. Can't make you get any guarantees, but either way, it's on the house. I'll leave it in your hands. I'll start it right away, see you later. Cool, so she might fix the drone for us, which would be nice. Let's go back in and see what's going on in the run. Speak to Blitz. Looks at your approach, table beside him, littered with cigarette butts and data jack cable dangling from a portable terminal setup by his side. Hey Chief, you need something? Just checking in, you doing alright? Great Chief, I'm doing great. It's real nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change, no more worrying about this ganger or what ganger sneaking up behind me, slipping a knife between my ribs. Slaps the table with a grin. It's a good chance. It's a good change, Chief, I've got to say. No one's really safe, not when gangs are involved. Don't let your guard down. Good that you can focus on getting our current job done. Come on, he gestures at himself with a flourish, but it's always 100% focused. Any thoughts about the last run you'd like to share? I wasn't around for most of it, but you've got me at the hotel, and for that you've got my eternal thanks. That's all settled. I've got some questions for you, I suppose, but Blitz glances wistfully back to his terminal on the table, then turns back in a sigh of resignation. I suppose, but try to keep it short. Okay, Chief, I've got things to do. How long were you in there? I ended up there after the anarchist revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realise how good I was, how much money I could have made working in the shadows. Shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young, dumb, I fell in with the gang crowd, and that's what that was. Remember a drug gang? Why should I trust you? I suppose that can wait. Why wouldn't you, Chief? Mean? Just look at me. Does his best to give a winning smile. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about the gang you ran with. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of the gang leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care either. Doesn't matter why I care. Consider it a test. I just need to know where your loyalties lie. Doesn't matter why I care, just tell me. He rolls his eyes. If that's what it'll take for you to trust me, fine, I'll tell you, Chief. Well, where to begin? When I first arrived in the Drogon Kippy, I spent some time taking in the lay of the land. The Schwarzweiss Heron was still a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough I was part of the family. For a drug gang, they were decent enough folks. I made a lot of money with them, helped them take the hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years there. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight and our happy little family fell apart. Is that when the hotel got attacked? Let's take a deep breath, shifts his weight from one foot to another, not exactly. Maintained their hold and drank, but changed the leadership. It was bad news for me. After Dieter had kicked the bucket, his second in command took over. She was a real piece of work, called herself Leonie Luster. She had a vicious streak a mile long and she was none too fond of me. Did she turn on you? Immediately, I don't know why. Maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter, but before he ate that bullet, or maybe she was just jealous of my rugged good looks. Who the hell knows? Point is, she went after me vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dieter's death, I had a price on my head, and then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know about Schwarzweiss Heron. They were a great gang, a powerful gang. I helped them make them that way. Then they had a management turnover and everything went to hell. That's the end of the story. Anything else you want to talk about? Wait a sec, isn't there some pretty big holes in that story? Come on, Chief, this is all ancient history. Wouldn't you rather talk about the future? The runs were going on and all the money we're going to make? Tell me what happened between Luster putting the price on your head and the hotel getting attacked. Alright, Chief, fine. If that's what it'll take if you make you happy. So I was in a bind, right? Members on the Schwarzweiss Heron who were loyal to Luster were all out for blood. None of the others were going to stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a ganger is protection in numbers. With those numbers turned against you, you've got to get creative if you want to stay alive. What did you do? It taps the packet. Well, I had to. Luster had declared war on me, so I retaliated and I won, all without even firing a shot. That's not an answer. You won't be satisfied until I spell it out for you. Okay, fine. I hacked into Luster's computer and sent all of her information to a rival organisation. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit them. They hit him hard. Then they took the hotel, and then they took me. I admit the plan backfired a little. Did what you had to do in your place. I'd probably have done the same. Served you right for it. Thanks, Chief. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. He gives you a lazy salute. We'll talk later, I'm sure. And Chief, I'm going to be a member of your team. See a pair of bright eyes in a scruffy face looking back at you, Dante Montesoldo looking down. In your huge brown eyes you see intelligence and sadness. Give him a pet. Let's drop everything off as well. See what we've got in the computer. Your workstation and mission computer, command center for your team and operations, and last link to and memory to Monica Schaefer. His thoughts and words live on in the machine at times. It's easy to forget that she's gone. So I've got no messages. Jobs directory. View all active and pending jobs. There's nothing in there. Post pay data for sale. Sold claim pay data for sold transaction. 495 new yen for the stuff I sold previously. Is there anything new going on? Where to find elves? Is there any elf clubs or bars in the downtown area? I really want to meet one. Just so beautiful. Maybe we can go dancing. Do elves like dancing? There's one on Trost. Being a bouquet of roses, elves love a romantic. The elf clubs I know of are members only due to creepy groupies like you. Not really appealing my guy. Is only after them for the shape of their ears. Client screwed me. Then I was a fraud. I broke my first rule. Always get payment up front. Left me hanging 50% of the cash after I completed the job. I'm sure he'll have changed his name by the time this post goes up. Male elf, brown hair, golden eyes. Look to be in the mid-30s. Be careful if you work for him. Never thought I'd see you admit to a mistake on here. Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep my eyes out. We'll forward any information I come across if you're still looking to collect from the guy. Send you some surveillance footage. Is this your man? Sure is. Nice one. I'll split the take with you if this leads pans out. Good to find there's still some honour among runners. Let's have a chat to Glory. What you need? How are you holding up? Don't worry about me, I'm solid. Sure, you look like you're a million miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now it doesn't. I'll talk to you later. Speak to Iger. Iger turns to face you. There's a pained look in her face. Look, I owe an apology. I'm listening. When Monica died I was pissed. It probably doesn't come as a huge surprise, but I took anger out on you and I shouldn't have. Seeing Winter's body like that was enough to convince me you couldn't have done anything to help Monica, and I couldn't have either. We're dealing with something new. Monica was a good friend of mine. The death hurt. I got carried away. I said some things that I shouldn't have. I want to apologise for that. Her body relaxes. She begins to turn away. Anything. That's all I wanted to say. A few things I wanted to say. Go ahead, nobody's stopping you. I accept your apology. Value member of this team, I guess. We need you now more than ever. I'm glad that you're on my side. She raises her hand and stop you. That expression on her face is gone from cautious to annoyed. Cut the bullshit, fierce leader. I don't respond well to flattery. I wasn't trying to flatter you, I only wanted to tell you. Forget it then. Yeah, well, she shakes her head in disgust. You should go. I've got prep work to do for the next run, and you've got more important things to do than watch me. Hey boss. Nigel gives you a slight nod. What can I do for you? You seem to have taken Monica's death harder than anyone else. Dietrich shakes his head. A wistful expression on his face. Nah, not harder, but I'm less buttoned up than the others are. Iga will never let herself show any weakness, and Glory, well, she's too full of chrome to feel much of anything. Me, I don't give a damn. I've just spent too much of my life putting on a show for others. What do you mean by that? I used to be a front of a punk band way back when. Believe it or not, I've spent a pretty good chunk of my life on stage. Wherever we weren't playing, I was living up to our fans' expectations. Spouting off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid. Not a bad life, all things considered. Wait, you can sing? You guys with this critical eye. I was a front man for a punk band boss. In fact, no, I can't sing. And I wasn't half bad at riling up a crowd. What was your band called? Maybe I've heard of it. Oh, I doubt it, boss. We never really got any airplay. Come on, tell me. The band was called Mesaref, spelled just like it sounds, in big capital letters with an exclamation point. We weren't a big act or anything. We sold a few records here and there and toured around Europe. We had a decent following in England, and we holed up in London from 31 to 36. Spent most of our time slumming it around the East End, picking up enough cockney to irritate the folks back home. Shakes said, truth be told, that whole chapter of my life was a bit of a blur. We didn't do it for fans or fame, and we sure as shit didn't care about money. All that mattered to us was staying young, drunk and angry. Takes a moment to examine his gnarled hand and sad face, and a sad smile on his face. We managed the second two. Good God. Where has the time gone? Dietrich shakes himself from his reverie and looks back up at you. That familiar easy grin returns to his face. Well, anyway, boss, everything ends eventually, and I'll wash my hands of all of this years ago, so let's change the subject if you don't mind. How did you go from fronting a band to running the Shadows? Wasn't a big leap. You'd think I already had a healthy disrespect for authority, and I had the magic to back it up. One nice thing about shamanism, as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me to be his servant, and as long as I wasn't scrapping with someone bigger than me, he didn't much care, whatever. I did it on stage or in the Shadows. Tell me about the Dragon Slayer. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder and grow rowdier than the rest. Of course my family didn't understand, but hell with them. I thought I knew that I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him, and I cracked the skull of a lot of bad people. He saw this, and he was pleased, and rewarded me with magic. And I used that magic to crack bigger, thicker skulls, and so on. He shrugged. Simple life, but it's a good one. Any thoughts about the last run you'd like to share? Well, we found Winters. That's something, I guess. This whole thing has me feeling uneasy, boss, but at least we have a direction to look in. So long. Take it easy. Speak to Paul. See what he's got to say. Amsel's expression harder than you've seen it before. When he speaks, his voice is grim. Iga told me that Greenwinter's death. She said he died in the same manner as Monica did. It wasn't a pretty sight. Amstel nods gravely. I know what you and Iga have had your differences, I will tell you that she was badly shaken by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package full of very old discs. May I see them? Hand over the discs. Good God. Gingerly, Amstel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it up to the light. Slowly he begins to turn it in his hand, causing a rainbow pattern to shimmer across the surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. This is a DVD/RW, a data storage medium from the mid-20th century, well, mid-2000s. I assume that Winters was able to find a device that could play them. Do you know how we can read these things? He puts down the DVD in his hands and quickly inspects the others. First disc that I looked at might be readable, the others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. It's a little shop outside the data haven. Talk to the proprietor, Maliet Hoyle. She might be able to help you. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it.